All right, well, good evening, Forest Park. It is truly an honor to stand before you in place of Councilwoman James. She had another engagement, and instead of postponing tonight's meeting, she understands how important it is, and so we wanted to keep it going. So I am filling in her absence. And I do not want to belabor us getting started any longer. And so up first, we have Ms. Savon from Planning and Community Development, who's going to come forward and give an update.
Good evening, everyone. How are you all today? All right, so for planning and community development, we just have a few updates at this time. Currently, we do have a short-term rental portal that is available, and we will be, well, it's going to be opening in a short-term rental workshop that will be taking place next week. Additionally, there are some additional information if you all are interested in starting businesses to come to planning and community development. Our address is 785 Forest Parkway. At that time, we are a one-stop shop currently, so our business licensing is over in our department now, so you can apply for your business licenses, get your zonings complete. If interested in any development, you all can come over to planning and community development to get that situated. We also do permitting in our department as well, and we do have a few new developments that are underway that we will be announcing soon. And we're also looking at the master plan for the parks in the city. So we'll be starting to make improvements throughout the city and the park system that soon. Now, regarding the short-term rentals permitting, okay. So yes, for your short-term rental permitting, you can register your short-term rental property online. As I stated, we have a new portal, and it will allow the property owners to register their short-term rentals. Users can also update their account information and renew permits annually. That website to get started by visiting forestparkga.munirevs.com, and that's MUNIREVS.com. To do so, you can create an account by registering your email, and you'll be able to receive an account number and activation code to activate by mail. In the mail, you'll receive in the mail, I'm so sorry. And this will register your property. And the deadline for obtaining a permit is Wednesday, October 16th. And then our short-term rental permitting workshop is next week, September 25th, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And this will be held at 745 Forest Parkway in the City Hall chambers, City Council chambers. So at that time, you can come out and join planning and community development, our department, and learn how to register your short-term rental property on the city's new portal. And refreshments will be offered at that time as well.
So what would be the benefit of registering your rental property?
Yeah, so these are for like short-term rental. So how people were doing like Airbnbs and different things like that, we've concluded a way to actually make it a business opportunity for people. So the benefit of registering your short-term rental would be listed on the portal, and people can have access to actually go online and to see what's available. And then it'll keep a database of all the rental properties in the city.
Are there any other questions or comments for Ms. Irons? So one thing that I am really excited about with the Planning and Community Development Department is them becoming a one-stop shop. So one of the many feedback that we had heard from businesses and just people expressing an interest in doing business in Forest Park was that the process was very convoluted. They had to go to different buildings just to achieve certain milestones in that process. And so I'm really thrilled that this process has been implemented. And so now it just streamlines the entire process, because in Forest Park, we want to make sure that we are business friendly in theory and in practice. So thank you guys so much for putting that together. And I will say the master plans are coming along just fine. I don't know when we're going to make the renderings public, but when I tell you your people here in Forest Park have been working really hard, and I know Mr. Clark is keeping a thumb on the neck here to make sure that it gets done expeditiously, and that everyone will be very proud of the final outcome. And so I'm really happy at that also. So without further ado, I am going to ask one of our most dedicated directors to come forward. He has been with the city of Forest Park for about 34 years. And in this day and time, you don't get that type of longevity, but we are so thankful to have him. So I'm going to ask Mr. Bobby Jinks, our Public Works Director, to come forward.
Thanks, Madam Mayor, and City of Forest Park. At Public Works, we got some new equipment, some equipment repaired. So we're out repairing asphalt, street repairs, concrete, sidewalk, stuff like that. Other crews are concentrating on grass, and they're actually staying on track so they can actually double back and help out the street department on the roads they have to cut on the grass. And yesterday we had the Bill Finch Garden grand opening, and I think that was all departments hands on deck. That it went very well. I don't want to steal nobody's thunder, but I did see pictures where we actually had neighbors come out of the house and help our guys finish the concrete sidewalk down to the gazebo. We're still waiting on Georgia Power and Clayton County Water to put in the meter. So once them two gets put in, you'll have running water and electricity down for the community garden. So it won't be long, and it'll be 100% operational, and I can't wait. And that's all I have for Public Works. Oh. Yes, I had it top of my list. See, October the 5th, 3:30 Forest Parkway. That's clean sweep. 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You can enter that property off of Central Avenue along the railroad tracks, and you can check your Facebook page and the city website, and it'll show you all your do's and don'ts. And if you're not familiar, just feel free to call Public Works at any time.
Make out what y'all saying. Can you talk into the mic? Because I heard him, but I couldn't make out what you said.
Can you hear me now?
The mic's not working.
Just hold it.
Can you hear me now? Saturday,
Yeah,
October the 5th, from 8 to 4 p.m. we're having a clean sweep at 3:30 Forest Parkway. Same place we've had it the past 3 times. And you enter that on Central Avenue along the railroad tracks. If you have any questions, feel free to call Public Works or check Facebook or city website.
Any other questions?
I didn't know they were doing donations.
Okay,
We just had a budget.
okay. Well, one thing that Mr. Jinks mentioned was the community garden over off of Lee Circle. And that event that was yesterday was Tuesday. It was really beautiful. But one thing that I want people to understand is that you can participate and get a planter's box. And so I'm going to ask if Ms. Dixon can come forward and elaborate if you're interested in getting a planter's box at the community garden.
All right. Hello, everyone. Yes, the community garden had our season opening on Tuesday, the 17th, and we had a total of 8 planters. This particular season, the fall season, we are allowing the community to use the planter boxes for collard greens, any other fall vegetables. Come the spring, we will have a garden committee that we are trying to put together as we speak. This garden committee will have a president, overseer, all those things that we need to have in place to make sure that everyone is being able to maintain those garden beds. There will be a rental fee for the garden bed of $50 per season. So of course, there's 4 seasons in a year, so you will have your $50 fee for those seasons. And when you do that, we will have bylaws of things that can be grown, things that can't be grown within the garden because you don't want anything to spread or make fungus or anything of that sort that spreads through the boxes. So there will be different things that we'll have classes on. We'll have Georgia State to come down and do some classes down at the garden. So please make sure that you stay tuned to the City of Forest Park webpage. We'll have different information on the link shortly. But if you have a moment, it's off of Ash Street, Lee Circle is off of Ash Street. And when you turn down Lee Circle, it will be down on your left-hand side off of Ash Street.
All right, thank you very much. So the next person, I think we always go back and forth as to who actually has been or is currently the longest serving employee. Oh, it is, okay. And it is this person, our very own Deputy Chief May from our fire department. And how long has it been?
37.
37, oh, about a couple of years.
Just a few. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing today? Or it is afternoon, yeah. Evening, yeah. All right, so for the month of August, I'll give you a quick rundown of the fire department stats. We had a total of 217 fire responses that we had for the month of August, 2 of which were structure fires, 1 mutual aid given outside the city for a structure fire, 1 apartment fire, and then rather EMS assist calls and some other stuff, 12 hazardous conditions and 39 other type of related calls. The inspections department completed 102 inspections for the month of August. EMS wise, we ran a total of 281 EMS calls, with 7 of them being mutual aid calls to outside agencies and another 47 trauma calls for the month. The operations crews completed 22 pre-plans for the month. I had crews attended 10 different events during the month throughout the city. I had 8 of my personnel completed a total of about 250 hours of outside training down at the Fire Academy throughout the month. And all the chief officers attended a leadership workshop for 2 days, which was really some great training for the chief officers of our organization. Just to give everybody a heads up on some upcoming events, in October 9th and 10th will be our 2nd annual Girls Future Firefighters Camp. That'll be coming up. And our annual departmental awards ceremony will be somewhere around the 18th or 19th of the month. We're still trying to finalize the exact date. Other than that, anybody have any questions?
How was someone interested in the girls program?
There was an application period that's been opened already. I'm not sure if the city's, if we're still taking any more applications, because I know they get flooded pretty quick, and it is limited to a set number of girls. So,
Any other questions or comments?
thank you.
So thank you so much, Deputy Chief May. And let me tell you, the girls program is absolutely outstanding. If you are unable to get in this season, then I would encourage you to be very proactive so you can get in on the next class. It opens the eyes of our young ladies to a world that they may not have had the opportunity of being exposed to. And I am very, very, very big on exposure. And I am just so glad that our fire department, under the leadership of Chief Latasha Clemens, shares that sentiment. And when I got the opportunity to go to the inaugural class and just to see the enthusiasm from the young ladies, and so to hear their questions and just for them to share what they actually learned from the program, it really, really will warm your heart. So I am very pleased that this program is returning. So this next person, she has the sweetest disposition I think you will ever encounter in a person. I have never seen this person angry, always smiling, and then she always has something kind to say. So I am going to ask if our Deputy HR Director, Miss Diane Lewis, can come forward and give an update.
Good evening, everyone. That's the nicest introduction I've ever had. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Hope everyone's having a wonderful night. The city of Forest Park is hiring. We have some wonderful job opportunities available. We are looking for a recreation leader for the senior center. This is a part-time position. We're also hiring for a communications operator. We're looking for a police officer, a maintenance worker, and the fire department is hiring a firefighter paramedic. We're also looking for a trade specialist for the public works department, a street foreman, and a maintenance worker part-time. We also have a position available for a heavy equipment operator, and this position does require that you have your CDLs. If you're interested in any of these positions, it's very easy to apply. You just go to our website, which is www.forestparkga.gov. You click on departments, human resources, and then job opportunities. And you can review all our current openings. And if there's anything you're interested in, just click apply. Thank you.
Well, I told you she was very sweet and pleasant. So let me just reinforce some things here. So this could not be a better time to come work for the city of Forest Park. I've said it once before, and I will continue to say it, that progress is not just our goal, it is our absolute destiny. And everyone in this room and the 300 plus part-time, full-time, and seasonal employees really make it easy for me to brag and boast on all the great things that are happening in Forest Park. So I cannot thank you all enough. But let me also share something. Here in Forest Park, we are really intentional about focusing on the total person. And so thanks to our governing body, it hasn't been officially voted on, but the starting salary for the city of Forest Park is going to increase to $23.46 an hour. So if you think about what the starting salary is for at the federal level and at the state level, we have tripled and doubled that. And so I understand that once the wheel gets turning with that, then it's only a matter of time before other municipalities start to catch on and also try to increase their starting salary. So that's why that is not just sufficient for me. Focusing on the total person is what I believe will truly make an employee happy and want to stay here, even if they could go next door down the street for 50 cents additional. So we have what we call the Leaf Life Initiative. And one thing everyone should know about me is that I love a good acronym. So the LEAF is an acronym that stands for Leading an Essential and Fulfilled Life. So what I did was I took Maslow's hierarchy of needs and turned it into like an employee edition. So what we have, at the top of the pyramid is self-actualization, which is having everyone reach their fullest potential. Then we have a flexible work schedule. So I am a firm believer in truly creating a work-life balance. Now, some of you, I don't think anyone in here, but I'm notorious, Councilwoman James is actually worse than I am, at sending emails at all times of the day or night. Doesn't actually mean you got to respond right then and there, but we do want to answer at some point. But we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to take care of your personal needs, take care of your family outside of taking time from work. So some departments, all departments had the ability to create that own work schedule, what works best for them. Some have gone to 4-10s, and some offer 3-2, where 3 days are in the office and 2 days are at home working. So then we understand, I understand my daughter is 30 now, but daycare, childcare, adult care is so important. I know I could not function if I did not believe my child was safe, but the recreation department was ahead of me on this one. So now a city employee during the fall break, winter break, summer break, is there any other breaks? Spring break, can bring their children to the rec center to partake in those programs during those times at no charge. At no charge. Oh, and we'll have a representative, Miss Marquisa, to come up and she'll elaborate on that. So then I understand firsthand the importance of mental and emotional health. So thanks to the governing body, we're able to expand our EAP programs to include 2 additional providers. And these providers are very different in so many different ways. And I did that intentionally because I wanted people to have an option of who they chose. And so our employees can get 8 free sessions. And let's just say they get to session 7 and it's determined that the real issue is that they're having issues with their children. Those sessions start over. They can include their children in those sessions. So everybody is being treated, if you will, because it makes no sense for me to get the cure, but the real ailment is still there. And then that's just going to make me sick again. So I'm really excited about that. And then the last one is that often, many times since I've been mayor, I have had the opportunity to sit across from some major corporations that have an interest in Forest Park. And so when we're doing the courtship, going back and forth to see how we're going to make it work, the topic of workforce housing always comes up. And one of those meetings, it literally, a light bulb went off in my head. And why am I always focusing on other people's employees when I need to worry about mine? And so I am pleased to announce that, and thanks to the Downtown Development Authority, we have 3 homes that we are in the process of revamping, revitalizing, redeveloping, renovating. That's the one. I was gonna keep going. You saw me looking at you like, help me out here. But those homes is just the start. The application process is going to go out to the employees. So directors and deputy directors, when you get that email, please make sure you send it out to your employees. And one home is a 2-1. One will be a 4-3, and then the other one is a 3-2-ish. But it is intended to reward employees for their service in Forest Park. And the goal is to have more of those types of homes for our employees. And so the only way as mayor that I can ensure that the dollar circulates a little bit longer is to make sure that the paycheck that you're collecting here, am I boring you?
No, man.
Okay, you look sleepy.
I've been working hard.
There you go. That's what I want to hear. I love that answer. But yes, the paychecks that you're making here, that you're depositing or redepositing back into the community. And so the one way to ensure that is to have you live here also. And so I'm really pleased and really thankful that our governing body understood the significance of the Leaf Life Initiative and made it so that this initiative can move forward. Now, on to the next person. So this person, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. I like to observe people. And if there's certain mannerisms or characteristics that I like, they say imitation is the best form of flattery. And so when I tell you I have not met anyone as graceful. I actually feel kind of embarrassed when I eat around this person because I kind of eat like a slob and she's like very demure. That's the new word now. But I always feel like I need an etiquette class when I'm around her, but she's absolutely spectacular. And I'm so glad that she is our chief of staff. So I'm going to ask Miss Pauline Warrior to come forward. No.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm not certain if I need to courtesy or bow. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Of course, I bring you greetings on behalf of our executive office. Firstly, would like to extend apologies on behalf of our city manager who is unable to be with us today because he's triple booked. So there's lots going on, and he is definitely fulfilling his appointment. Just want to talk with you, and I tried to make some notes here so that I don't lose thought. But we are really experiencing exciting times at the City of Forest Park, and there's not enough time to go through everything. So I have the pleasure of just highlighting a few items of interest. You've heard Mr. Clark speak before about the city's intentionality to really focus on growth and development. And in doing that, there are several capital projects that are going on that will certainly contribute to success there. Firstly, plans are underway to build a city center. And I know you've heard about this before. I believe that the erection of those drawings have already been shared, at least in small part. But this is an opportunity to really encompass all of the departments under one roof, except I believe it's the fire department and public works that will remain in the current city hall. But what an amazing opportunity to even include the recreational facilities so that we can accommodate the needs of our citizens. I'm looking at our legacy residents because I know that you all are a big part, and you were a big part of the consideration of that effort. We're also focused on improvements at Star Park. And that, of course, also speaks to the need to really accommodate what our residents have asked us for. And so we're looking at dynamics like facilities. And we want to meet the needs so that we understand what our residents want. More to come on that. What I'd also like to update you on is the operations audit that was conducted back in 2021. We are currently in the throes of meeting with all of the departments to look at observations that were made as a result of that audit conducted a few years ago, and really focusing on what our needs are now, and doing that with the intentionality of looking at metrics and measures so that we can actually get better, so that we can improve our performance, and so that we can establish a roadmap that will make sense. I have the opportunity to share these metrics on a monthly basis. We're going to begin this at the end of October so that our citizens can understand what's going on at every department and understand how we plan to operate in a more efficient manner. Let's see here. What else would we like to share? The home program. Cannot walk away without talking about the home program. And so, as you will recall, this program was opened back in December of last year. It's hard to believe that we're almost reaching our anniversary of that application period opening. We opened with 279 eager applicants. we were able to solidify a number of 66 residents who made the eligibility and met the eligibility requirements. And so now I am happy to share that 54% of those 66 approved residents are in a completion phase. And what that means is we've got residents who have either finished the cycle of having their home repairs completed, or they're in the contractual phase. I need to give a special commendation to Mr. Derry Walker and his team of code enforcement, because home inspections are key. We have done our best to try to consider every single thing that we could to protect the residents and make certain that the residents participating in the program are able to continue to live in their homes with dignity and respect. And I think, Mayor Butler, that's all I'd like to share for now. Okay, any questions?
Well, I would like to, we have some of our legacy residents here that have gone through the process. So would anyone want to share about their experience with the home program? Yes, glad to get started Monday, but I'm very happy to set us down.
Good.
But it's sort of level off.
Ms. Franklin.
Keep it real. But, everything level off and
Pauline.
Pauline said, it takes time. And
It does.
Very happy now.
Thank you, Ms. Franklin. And what I do want to say, Mayor Butler, is we appreciate the feedback, Ms. Franklin, and Ms. Crawford, and Ms. Robinson, and for all those who are listening, because, you all help us to get better. This is the first time, of course, that we are facilitating this program. I heard through the grapevine that we're going to reopen this program. And so because of you, we know that we've gotten better, and your eyes are getting big back there. And I know that Ms. Chun, you are preparing to sign your contract. All right, perfect. And Ms. Robinson is on the way. That's right. So our goal is to keep you happy and to allow you to age in place. Thank you.
Well, just walking you through and being there with you, being patient with you. Because to be honest, I was a little. But like I said, I'm being honest, I'm not gonna lie on you and never lie on her. But y'all are really this process.
We are.
As well, and everything is something that everybody's level up.
Thank you, Ms. Franklin. 1/4 part. There you go. Thank you.
So the home program, the governing body, allotted $1.3 million. And so I want everyone to spread the word when it reopens. We don't want any money left over. We want to exhaust every penny of that $1.3 million. And so one thing that goes along with the operational audit is the key performance indicators that are now part of our central focus when it comes to how we analyze data. And it's really data driven so that we're not making decisions based on emotions or our feelings. The decisions that are going to be made are a result of the data that is gathered from these key performance indicators. And so I'm really thankful that Ms. Warrior will take that on and make sure that everything is quantifiable and that, again, data results driven. So this next person I have not known too long, but he seems like an amazing man. And for some reason, I could just never get his name right. I'm got it written down now. I'm trying to prep up and build you up here. But he is the second in command in our police department. And so I'm going to ask Major Jones to come forward and share all the exciting things going on in our police department.
Good evening. I'll give you an update from the police department. Currently, crime is still over 40% lower this year than last year. We're still giving out the free steering wheel locks. So all you have to do is come up to the police department, request a lock, we'll provide you with a lock. We're still offering free tracking devices and scent kits for your loved ones who suffer from any type of cognitive disability. We just went out to a couple houses today and passed those out. We recently onboarded one new officer, and we have another officer starting on Monday. Our next Citizen Police Academy is starting on October 1st. This one is going to be even better than the last one. Mayor Butler came out to the last one, and I don't believe she missed a class. So come out. This one's going to be even better. We added a lot of new stuff. Have a couple of some of the same classes, but a lot more technical advanced type classes. So I think you'll enjoy it. So we're going to look at our registry, send you all an email. If you didn't see it on the social media platforms, we'll send out some emails to just remind you that it will be coming up October 1st. That'll be that first Tuesday in October. Our impact unit received a Valor Award. And for you all who are not familiar with the impact unit, it's the unit that drives those ATVs and the bicycles. They beat out every other county, every other police department in this county to receive that award. So we're very proud of that. That was a big step, and we look forward to getting even more awards next year. So follow us on Facebook so you can be aware of the upcoming events. And that's all I have. Any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you.
It may have been yesterday or the other day, I had the opportunity to see in real time the drones that the police department uses. And when I tell you, it was absolutely remarkable to see there's an incident that took place, the drones were activated, and to see how it actually aided in the apprehension of the three suspects that were at large. So I'm really excited about the technology that's coming, well, that is at our police department, I should say. So this next person, I don't think we actually worked together, but I did take swim lessons with, don't laugh at me. My family would laugh at me. I still got a lot of work to do, but I think I've come a long way. And so I'm gonna ask Miss Marquisa Moore, our aquatics coordinator with the Recreation and Leisure Department, to come forward and give an update on said department.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Okay, so the Recreation and Leisure Department we have a lot of events getting ready to come up to continue with our mission of health and wellness in the community, and just bringing programs that are reasonably priced so that everybody can participate. So our first event that we have coming up is the annual 5K race. I want to say this is the 26th year, but yes, we have that coming up on September 28th. We have the Health Expo right before, which is in conjunction with the 5K race, where we will have a lot of vendors geared towards health and wellness, as well as a few of the businesses in the area accepting applications. So for that registration, that ends on 9/21. So we are still taking in runners if you want to participate. And with that, it's free to actually like walk or run in the actual race. However, to get your racing pin or your little pad that we wear on the front of our shirts and the shirt, it is $20 for adults, $15 for seniors, and $10 for children. The Health Expo on 9/27 will be held from 5 to 7 p.m. It will be located at the Recreation Center in the gym. That's 803 Forest Parkway. Next up, we have the Freedom Tour for our Legacy residents. The registration for that opens on October 7th. The tour is scheduled for October 25th. It is free for Forest Park residents or members. And the annual membership for Legacy members are $5 for the year. It's $25 for non-residents to participate in this Freedom Tour. And so it'll be a chartered tour that'll go around to like historical sites. Next up, we have the Breast Cancer Walk. The registration for the Breast Cancer Walk opens up on September 30th. The event will be held on October 19th at 10 a.m. It is free to walk in this event as well. The price for t-shirts are $10. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm sorry, Madam Mayor, you wanted me to touch on the child services that we offer over at the Recreation Center. So we have a after-school program. The after-school program is $35 a week. We do pick the children up from schools located inside of the city limits of Forest Park, but that service is absolutely free for all of the employees to the city of Forest Park, excuse me. And I think that's pretty much it. Do you guys? Oh, okay.
So I recently heard that the Sassy Seniors won first place again at another event.
Yes.
So can you elaborate on that, please?
So I don't know a lot of information about it, but I do know that our wonderful Mr. Lifeis was in this. Yes.
Was he like Rick James or something?
Yes, he had on a wig.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I continue to turn the.
They won. They did. What, I'm sorry. What is your name? Miss CJ. Miss CJ was at that event as well, where they took hold of the championship for us, okay?
I would love to see it.
Yes, Lifeis has the video for you. I will. I'll get it over to you. Absolutely. So does anybody else have any questions for me? No? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So when I tell you our Sassy Seniors are just, they are doing it. They represent Forest Park well. It's like every competition that they enter, they're taking first place. And I could not be more ecstatic. So I'm so proud of you all. Two? Oh, last year, oh, this year. All right, reigning champions. That is awesome. And so, yes, our Recreation and Leisure Department keeps us all very busy. And we love it. It is definitely bringing back a vibrancy to the community that many have said was lost over the years. So I'm thankful for all that they have done. Let's see, who is next? Oh. So this next person, I am so thrilled to have her come up because I already know a lot of the great things she's going to talk about and what she is doing as our Main Street Program Director. Yes. You see, I can like butcher a name or a title, just don't take it personal, but it should be director. But when I tell you, this young lady is just totally gifted in how she communicates, the passion that she has for the city, and I think just for her work in general. It permeates her soul. And so I'm really thankful to have her on board and to share all the great things that are coming up. Oh, wait. Her name is Rochelle Dennis.
Thank you. I paid her to say all of that. Thank you all so very much and good evening, whatever today is. I think it's Thursday. On behalf of the Office of Economic Development and our Director, Marcellus Williams, who could not be here this evening, he's at a conference in Savannah, wanted to provide you with a couple of updates. So we hosted yesterday, actually, our second wildly successful off the rails trolley tour. And this is an initiative in partnership with the Office of Economic Development and our executive offices. And we literally bring a trolley to the city of Forest Park. It has 3 distinct routes. We take them along Main Street, Farmers Market, as well as the former Fort Gillum Logistics Center. And it's really an opportunity to expose our community to some of the hidden gems in Forest Park and talk in a very different way about what's coming. And so our last one for the season will be on October the 16th. It is full. They all sold out pretty much immediately once we released it. However, I'm going to put Ms. Dixon on the hook here. If you are interested, contact Ms. Dixon and we can put you on the wait list. If anyone changes, schedules change, because it happens, and we'll be happy to accommodate you if you can on the wait list. We are doing a lot in the Office of Economic Development, lots of meetings and discussions with brokers, developers, et cetera, and selling them on the story of Forest Park. As the mayor says all the time, we are AAA certified, we are asset rich, we're affordable, and we are nanoseconds, meaning accessible to not only to the airport, but to Atlanta proper. And so we really and truly sit within the sweet spot of the Southern Crescent and all of Clayton County. And so developers are now starting to take notice of Forest Park. And as I've been saying, I've lived in this community or in Clayton County for close to 20 years. I'm like, there's no place else for you to build on the north side. You have to come south. So eventually all the roads as well as the railway lead to Forest Park. So we're very excited about that. We also have got a tremendous amount of events going on. So as the mayor alluded to, Main Street, we're very excited that Forest Park has now been accepted as a startup Main Street program, which is huge for our community because there is only one other Main Street program in Clayton County, and that's that city that starts with a J. We're not going to talk about them. So, but we now are moving forward and doing all of the things to have an official certified Main Street program. And what Main Street programs do is that it really is an economic driving force as well as a tourism force. And so we have worked very hard over the past year just to clear the initial hurdle to start this startup program. And I am confident that we will be accepted after this first year as an official, fully accredited Main Street program. We have done a lot in activating Main Street and really getting people comfortable coming downtown, coming to Main Street and seeing the city in a different way, as well as residents, tourists, as well as developers. So a couple of events that we've got coming up, and Ms. Dixon has got flyers for you that she will pass out so you don't have to remember the dates. But on Saturday, we are hosting a series, a kickoff series called Up Early on Main. And it literally going to be up early on Main Street. It starts at 8 a.m. It's from 8 until 11 at the city fountain. And we got all kinds of stuff going on. So we're going to have breakfast, free breakfast until it runs out. We also have a yoga class that will take place at the fountain starting at 9. We also are constructing, and I've had the final meeting with Public Works this afternoon, we are constructing a pop-up dog park One for the little dogs, one for the big dogs, and we even got little dog pools so they can splash around in the water, and got dog treats and toys and all the stuff. So, and we have music. So if yoga's not your thing, that's okay. If dogs aren't your thing, that's okay. Everybody likes to eat and breakfast and coffee, and there will be virgin mimosas. So please join us Saturday morning starting at 8, and the series will run again on October the 19th, and then again on November 16th to close out the year. We, on September 23rd, the Office of Economic Development is hosting an open house at 4:30 in this building, specifically for residents. And so what we're doing is wanting to do a deeper dive conversation with our residents around what's coming, our plan for what economic development looks like in Forest Park, but really and truly want to hear your vision for Forest Park. So please join us September 23rd at 4:30 for our open house. And then finally, we have, well, no, got two more things, sorry. On tomorrow, we are hosting a ribbon cutting for 111 Studios. It is a content creation studio on Jonesboro Road. It's at 4035 Jonesboro Road, and that's tomorrow at 3:30. So if you're available, join us. We would love to have you join us as we celebrate a new small business in our community. And then finally, and most spectacularly, we are hosting on Friday, October the 11th, from 6 until 11 p.m., Blues on Main. And there's information coming around about that as well. We are doing an old school blues concert on Main Street at the Fountain. We do have limited, very limited VIP tables and seating available if you want to get up close and personal to the stage, but we also have general seating is free. You're welcome to bring your lawn chair, bring a snack, bring a beverage, and post up and enjoy what will be an absolutely magical night under the stars here in Forest Park as we listen to 4 different blues acts. So we have Frankie's Blues Mission. We also have the Juke Joint Brothers. It's a mouthful. Miss Nellie, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna say it wrong. Juke Joint Duke's Blues Band. There we go. Nellie Tiger Travis, she sings Mr. Sexy Man. I'm sure some of you have heard that before. Frankie's Blues Mission. It's also very popular here in the metro area. And then finally, Theotis Ely, who has been in and around the game for a very long time. So we're very excited to have this caliber of performers coming to perform here in the city of Forest Park. Are there any questions? And did I miss anything? I know that's a lot. No. Okay. Oh, and for the October 19th, up early on Main, there's information about that. In addition to yoga and a dog park and breakfast, we're also going to be doing pumpkin painting. So we will have an artist who's Nishay Jones, who owns Jonesy's Place right down the street, is going to come and facilitate some mini pumpkin painting for you on the 19th. Thank you much.
Getting ready. So when I tell you, I am so excited about the blues coming to Main Street. It is going to be a spectacular event. Just know that the VIP tables are $200 and they seat 8. And so if you want to split it up amongst your friends, it's about 25 per seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you did that, if you wanted to break it down that way, but that includes free food and libations for the first 90 minutes. And so I hope to see everybody there. I feel like it's something I didn't write it down. So I guess you can say we saved the best for last. And you can say that, but we won't. No, I'm just playing. Let me just say, so I think I figured out what the key is to code enforcement compliance. And that key is simple. Just get yourself a former Marine. But you know, my dad was Army, my baby was Air Force. So yeah, you're somewhere in my top 3 of branches of government. But so I'm gonna ask Mr. Derry Walker to come forward.
Good evening, everybody. The mayor said I look sleepy over there, but you know, I work so hard. Once I sit down, I kind of get relaxed. But in the code compliance department, we're finalizing the rebranding of the department. I mean, we're coming up with new logos and we're gonna have a new look. So we're going to present that to mayor and council sometime at the end of October. We're ending the block party series for this year. It'll be October the 2nd, Ward 1, Kennesaw and Rushmore. That'll be the last block party of the year. We're finalizing the end of the year cleanup day with the beautification committee. We will be sending that date out very soon. We have one code enforcement compliance officer that we're getting ready to bring on. He's in the boarding process, so he should be probably about 3-4 weeks out. I have 3 officers that will be attending the GACE conference in Augusta next Tuesday to next Friday. They're working on the GACE, Georgia Association of Code Enforcement certification. I think that's about it for the updates. Anybody have any questions? And I see some nice faces. I've been to each one of these young lady houses. They have very nice houses and they are very nice people. Thank you for coming this evening.
Okay, I want to thank everyone for participating in today's ward council meeting. Councilwoman James will be present moving forward, so don't be alarmed. But just to let you know, as if you were not inundated enough with all the events coming up, there's more. Let's see, so the homecoming parade, which is one of Councilwoman James's babies, that is September 28th. And that is at 3 p.m. So just be prepared on September 28th to just be at or around Star Park, because we got the 5K in the morning. We have the homecoming in the afternoon, and then we have the tailgate slash barbecue. Cook-off. Okay, I like that. I'm a judge. Put me down as being a judge for that. Yes. So it's gonna be a great day. I will say with the 5K, Councilwoman James has a team, and we're looking, usually, I think Calvary would get the award, the mayor's award for like the most participants. So we're looking to change that this year. So if you want to, please sign up to be on her team. I will tell you, we're mostly a walking team, so we just have a lot of good chatter. Let's see, we have September 20th, Fun Fridays at the park. There is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 people that are going to perform, so you don't want to miss that. VIP tables are available on Eventbrite, so you can look us up on Eventbrite and enjoy in that event. October 5th is Hispanic Heritage Festival presented by Councilman Gutierrez, and that is from 3 to 9 at Star Park. And also on September 28th is the Youth Empowerment Summit. I am going to be the keynote speaker for that event, and I believe there is still space available for young girls. So I would love to have you guys sign up and to see you there. And then the 4th annual State of the City Address. That is October 10th. It's going to be at Living Faith Tabernacle. I'm asking everyone to RSVP. It is a seated dinner. I'm doing things a little bit different this year. So we need to make sure that we have enough food to account for everybody. And that flyer is available at City Hall or on our website. But I definitely want you guys to come out and to continue to hear all the great things that are happening in Forest Park. And so is there anything, Ms. Dixon, you would like to add? All right, well, that concludes this month's board meeting. I hope you have a great evening. And for those of you traveling, make sure you travel with grace.